Well, we have talked all about the fireworks. Now it's time to talk about the family cookout. And we know that the sauces and side dishes can pack on the calories and the fat. So we have Elizabeth Hall, our registered dietitian, here with us today from Food City to give us some healthier options.
Definitely, and a lot of times we think about the meat or the main course of the meal, but those sides and sauces, they're usually in smaller quantities, but they can really add up, especially if you're not paying attention to portion size.
Okay, and we're starting with barbecue sauce because we gotta have a little barbecue sauce on our chicken.
We gotta have our barbecue chicken, yes. Nothing is more staple for 4th of July than barbecue chicken. So I have our chicken down there in the corner there. You can see I got the skinless kind.
Okay.
Because cooking it with the skin is okay, but as long as you take that skin off before you eat it, because that's where most of the fat is. And chicken, of course, high in protein, high in vitamin B6, which is important for metabolism. So we need that energy and metabolism on 4th of July, right? Yes. So when we make our barbecue sauce, the first one that we're gonna do, we're trying to decrease that sodium a little bit. So that's the key here. A lot of times when you're buying jarred sauces and barbecue sauce and things like that, they can pack up to 500 milligrams of sodium. And we're supposed to have around 2,000-ish in a day.
And that's just the sauce?
Just for about 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
So you can really pack that up. So our first one is actually a coffee barbecue sauce, and this is a little bit tangy, so our hidden ingredient here is our coffee.
Nice.
So all these things we're gonna add to this pan back here, so I'll move our coffee out of the way.
Okay.
So it's super easy. We're just pouring all these ingredients into our pan.
So that's already brewed coffee.
Already brewed coffee. I brewed it last night, and I brewed a little bit strong because I like strong, but you could do it to your liking.
Okay.
This is ketchup, and I actually got no high fructose corn syrup ketchup and no salt added.
Okay.
So you can look for those things, and I have an example of the jar over there that I bought.
The Full Circle. I love this brand.
So that is our organic brand at Food City.
Okay.
I'm adding a little bit of brown sugar.
Okay.
I'm not even adding any salt to this at all because I have a little bit of soy sauce in here with some balsamic vinegar to give it some tang and a little bit of saltiness.
Okay.
And then lastly is my spices, if you want to pour that in there.
Okay, nice
and those,
blend.
Yeah, that's just some pepper, some onion powder, garlic powder, and that's about it, I think. We're just going to stir that up. You just let it simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you got your barbecue sauce. So
it smells so good.
Delicious,
and you can
right?
smell a little hint of coffee in there too.
And this will thicken as we cook it as well.
Okay.
But our next one is a Memphis style barbecue sauce. So it's going to be a little bit sweeter, not as tangy as this one.
Okay.
With this, again, I'm not adding any salt at all because I have a little bit of Worcestershire sauce in there. So if you want to just go ahead, pour some of those things right in here. A little bit of brown sugar again.
Okay.
We have our Worcestershire.
Nice.
And I'll get that ketchup for you. That's a little bit of white vinegar, so that's to give us a little bit of tang.
Okay, and you've got your seasoning, which is...
seasoning, again, onion powder, garlic powder, and a little bit of red pepper flakes in there too, to give it some spice.
And
I'm making you do all the work, aren't I?
Your family is going to be so impressed that you made your own barbecue sauce.
There you go. And you really are not getting any of the preservatives that you might get if you were to buy the jar. And then that's just a little bit of table mustard.
So, and with something like this, are we able to keep it for a little while, a little shelf
It'll keep
life?
up to a week in the refrigerator.
Okay.
So we'll toss that in there. And that's pretty much it. Again, we're letting this simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that'll really thicken it up and help those flavors develop. And a lot of times people just want to use ketchup and mustard, so I have those over there. That would be great options. Just remember sugar and sodium. Those are your biggest thing when you're looking at your condiments.
All right, so be careful. We're going to try some of these sauces a little later in the show. Plus, she's got a great side dish over there as well. Foodcity.com for more information and healthy tips.